China is not our ally. Just because we're able to buy cheap manufactured goods from the country of China does not make them our friend. Those cheap manufactured goods are made on the blood, sweat, and tears of the Chinese people. These people do not have a will of their own. They do not have First Amendment rights. They don't have the right to speak out against the government. If they speak out against the government, they risk imprisonment or death. It's something that we know nothing about. But it's also something that works to the advantage of this presidential administration that is looking to get into bed with China. Because China is not above paying off government officials to further their agenda. And their agenda is simple. We are the wealthiest country on the planet. If China is able to gain control of that wealth, combined with over 1 billion people to back their military efforts, I think it's safe to say that they will control the whole world. And I think that that's exactly what they're looking to accomplish. And our administration is playing right into their hand. They're not playing, they're not being played. They're willfully getting into bed with your enemy and my enemy. China is not a democracy. China is the truest definition of a communistic government. This was proven in the 70s when a peaceful group of college students, wanting their voices to be heard by their government that they believed in, they believed that their government had their best interests at heart. They believed that their government was going to take care of them no matter what, because they had been taught that their entire lives. And when those college students marched on Tiananmen Square, their government killed them. And they didn't care what cameras were rolling. They didn't care who saw what they did. They murdered those people. And it shook the people of China to their very core. It actually is the moment in time that led to the Christian conversion of the Chinese people. The country of China has more Christians than any other country on the planet. We think it's the U.S., but it's not. It's the country of China. And it's because of the government's actions on that day. They realized for the first time that their government was no good and they were being betrayed by the propaganda that the government had been feeding them forever. And it opened a door. In God's plan, it opened a door for these people now to see that their only chance of freedom is through the Lord Jesus Christ. But I'm telling you, China is not our friend. They're not our ally. They don't care about our interests. They don't have our best interests at heart. They have no empathy for the United States. And your president is selling us out. This administration is eroding every single freedom that you and I have. The only remaining piece of the puzzle that needs to fall into place is the United States currency needs to collapse. And it's going to collapse. It will collapse because it's based on nothing and has been based on nothing for a long, long time. Actually, it's based on debt. What creates currency in this country is debt. Why do you think Biden is giving away all this money? He's creating debt. These countries are indebted to us when we give them money.